All right, this is Module 2, Lesson 2.04 with my fantastic 7th graders, and we are going to get started. So please pull up your lessons. Now do this Friday at 4, 2.03, which is reading informational text, which is a quiz. 2.04, researching and organizing information, which is the assignment. And 2.05, avoiding plagiarism, which is an assignment. What we are going to focus on today is 2.04, and that's your graphic organizer for the essay that will be due with this module. This week, we are focusing on the graphic organizer. So, 204 objectives. So take a look at your objectives and let's stay focused. Are you getting credit for the assignment? No, but I'm going to go over how to do the assignment. Okay, so you'll get credit as far as collaboration, but you still need to do the assignment. Laura, if you already did all of these, you can follow along for review. Okay, so 2.04, what we are going to focus on, and I adore you guys, but I am going to turn off your chat because you guys are too chatty. Okay, so 204. After completing this lesson, you will be able to select appropriate online resources, collect evidence from informational text to support research, and generate questions to focus research. So we are going to talk about what's going on in your lessons. Lana, I'll turn on the chat in a minute. I want everybody to pay attention. Okay. So in 2.04, because this is important and this can get confusing, you will use a graphic organizer called an informational research chart to write an article. You will focus on writing a problem solution article about an everyday monster. This is an article that details the problem, the way it affects people, and the solution. Now you are going to get your list to choose from of an everyday monster, and they're different animals and things like that. They call it, the lesson calls it an everyday monster. Okay, so that's what the everyday monster part is. I know it's around Halloween, but it's not that type of monster, okay? You'll see when we get to the choices. So you are going to write an article. I may refer to it as an essay, and it's going to detail the problem, the way it affects people, and the solution, okay? So you're writing a problem solution essay. And that's going to be your task for all of Module 2. This week, we are going to focus on doing the research chart or the graphic organizer for it. Next week, we're going to work on the introduction. The week after that, we'll work on the body paragraphs and the conclusion. So this week, it's about figuring out what everyday monster you're going to research, looking at the articles, reading those, and doing the graphic organizer. Okay. So if you take a look in your lessons, this is all directly from your lessons. Here are your choices for the quote-unquote everyday monsters. Vultures, Komodo dragons, or jellyfish. Okay, so let's take a look at the choices below and select the everyday monster that most interests you. Preview the resources to help you make your choice. Then navigate to the assessment page to read your assignment. And this is right in your lessons. I'll find what page it is. Now, unfortunately, if you don't like these choices, you still have to do one of these. All right. So let's turn on the chat because I have some people raising their hands and see what questions that you have that apply to this slide. Okay, so turn on the chat, but we're going to stay focused. So you're going to have 3 choices to write about. Vultures, Komodo dragons, or jellyfish. So write down in the chat box which one you would do. Maya, we'll get into that. Just hang on to that question. Usually they're causing a problem where they're living in the environment. So you are going to pick one of these 3 choices, and whatever you pick, that's what you are going to write your essay on. and the information is all provided for you. Now you can do additional research if you want, but it is provided for you. Right? And this is on, for those of you following along in the lesson, this is on page 7 of the lesson. So if you're in 2.04, this is on page 7. And you don't have to pick yet. You might want to read those and review them, and that's fine. I just want you to understand that you have 3 choices: vulture, Komodo dragon, and jellyfish. And you can decide which one. And where it says here preview, these are the links to the articles. Okay, so where it says preview, if you look in your lesson on page 7, when you click on that link, those are the articles. Okay, yep, they are the links, exactly. Okay, so those are your 3 choices. So you are going to write, and I'm going to go back one, you're going to write a problem solution essay. And in that problem solution essay, you're going to tell about the problem, the way it affects people, and the solution. Okay. Questions about that? A lot of that's funny, but stay focused, okay, kiddo? All right, put your question down if you have it. Thumbs up if you understand what 3 topics you're going to write about. You're going to write about one of those. Thumbs up if you understand. Liam, we'll go over that in a minute, okay? For those of you who were with me, similar, the defeating dragons compare and contrast, but this year you're picking one animal, a vulture, a Komodo dragon, or a jellyfish. As far as can you write the essay all at once? No, this breaks it down to make it easier for you because I want you to master each part of the essay first. Yes, this is done in sections. Okay, so now we're skipping ahead to 2.04. If you have a question, you can ask it, it's fine. You can type it in as I'm going. So I want you to look at what is my assignment for 2.04 because I've helped you out on your pace chart with this. So look at 2.04. And of course, they're so smart, 7th graders. There's a hyperlink that says read the instructions. And when we come to a hyperlink, we always click on it. Katie, 1 week is introduction, the next week is body paragraph, and the next week is a conclusion. So when you click on instructions, you are going to get this. You will complete an informational research chart for a problem solution article by gathering information on an everyday monster. Okay? Select the informational research chart. What I want you to do is I want you to go to your pace chart for this week, you guys. So go to your pace chart. Yeah, they call it a research chart. It is a graphic organizer. So I want you to go to your pace chart for this week. So everyone pull up your pace chart for this week. And go to your pace chart for this week. Now, we've done this a bunch in this course, so you should know what we're doing. Mrs. Bailey helped you out, and I made the graphic organizer for you to make it easier. So I want you to click on the link for the graphic organizer. And then you, of course, are going to make a copy of it. You're welcome. That's fine. If it's still loading, it's okay. All right. So click on it, file, make a copy, because of course you can't write on it. And we are going to go over this graphic organizer or research chart together. So after you've made a copy of it, you of course are going to name it 2.04 Bailey or 2.04 your last name. I hope it doesn't let you write on it. Hold on. No, you should just be able to file, make a copy of it. You can't write on it. Okay, so write your name. Give me a thumbs up once you have that saved with your name 2.04, your name. So thumbs up once you've saved it. Full name or C. Belgrave is fine too. Doesn't matter. 1.04, yes ma'am, with your name on it, sweetheart. And you know what, guys, if you're stuck on it, you can hang out, you can ask a question, you can wait at the end, and I'll help you out. It's fine. Yes, 2.04, Abby would work, Abby. Okay, looks like we're all done. If you need help, hang out at the end, and I'll be more than happy to help you on it. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the instructions for 2.04 because we're going to go over that together. The link is on the pace chart, Javier. But if you need to hang out at the end and I'll help you, okay? So if we're looking at the directions together, and I'm going to turn off your chat again because you guys are so silly. Okay, so if we're looking at this together, you're going to select the informational research chart. Well, we already did that because you already saved it. And then you're going to select one everyday monster to research. You may choose from the vulture, the Komodo dragon, or the jellyfish. Begin your research by using the two sources provided for your everyday monster. So this is also on the directions. Okay, so it's on your directions and it's also on that page 7 of the lesson. So if you were to click on this in your lessons, it will pull up the articles. And you're going to read those two articles. So say I was going to do jellyfish. I would read the article Jellyfish Source 1 and Jellyfish Source 2. And then this is an optional step. Locate a third online or printed source if you need additional information. So if you feel like you want to have some more information to write your article on, then you can do a third source, okay? Elena, just wait till I get through all this, okay? And then you're going to fill out information in each box of your informational research chart. And we're going to look at that now. So you have this saved, so you have it in the same tab. So when you fill this out, what you're going to do, the topic, you're going to put what everyday monster that you're researching, okay? So say I was doing jellyfish. I would put that up here, right? And then I'm going to read my articles, and in the articles, it's going to tell me what the problem is. And I'm going to fill out the problem here. I'm going to fill out who it affects and the solution. Again, after you read your articles, this will be so much clearer for you. And then I'm going to do supporting facts, because in my essay, I'm going to need text-based evidence. So I will need direct and indirect quotes to help me write my essay. And then the second part, the bottom, any questions that I have. Maybe I still don't understand why jellyfish are hurting people. Or maybe I want to know, how can I help jellyfish? What can we do to help the environment and to help the jellyfish? And then my sources. So the first two sources are provided for you in the lesson, but you still want to put the name of the articles, okay? So if I'm doing one on jellyfish, I'm still going to need to put the name of the article about jellyfish that I used, okay? Even though it's provided for me in the lesson, I still need to put the titles. And then source C, this one's optional. So if you want to do additional resource, you need to put where you got that resource from in source C. But it's optional. You don't have to have 3 sources. You do need to use the 2 provided in the lesson for you. Okay. So there's a couple of steps here. You'll need to go through and you'll need to read those 2 articles on whichever one you choose, vultures, Komodo dragons, or jellyfish, okay? So you're choosing one thing to research, and then you're going to read the article, the 2 articles on that topic. Then you're going to use it to fill out the graphic organizer, the research chart, the problem, who it affects, the solution, all your supporting facts. So I want to pull out quotes and information from those articles to help me write my essay. And then any other questions that I have, and then the sources. All right, so now what questions do you guys have about that? What questions can I answer about the graphic organizer, the research chart? Okay. If you don't have any if you have questions, you can hang out. If you don't have any questions, give me a smiley face. For those who were with me last year, this is pretty similar, okay, except you're not comparing and contrasting. If you forgot your question, you can write it down or remember it. Okay. No, you're not filling this out as we talk. This is an overview. No, there's more. Okay. So due Friday. This is this Friday. You have 3 things due this Friday. 2.03 is reading informational text. That's a quiz. 2.04, that's articles in the graphic organizer that we just talked about. I gave you a very brief overview because I want you to understand how to fill out the chart, but you still need to go and review 2.04. And 2.05, avoiding plagiarism, is an assignment, okay? And then no live lesson next Monday. There's no school. It's not a holiday next Monday. It's a teacher planning day, so you guys don't have school, so there won't be a live lesson. I will send out a recording to help you, okay? So I'll send out a recording. You'll have it by Monday, but there's no live lesson for next Monday, okay? Please call or text. Again, just because there's no live lesson and your teachers are we're learning next week, you can still work next Monday, okay? All right. If you are good, because I know some of you have other things to do and places to go, make sure you fill out the chart. You get credit for being here. Does 2.05 have to do with 2.04? No, it's pretty general, Melissa. It just talks about how to do direct and indirect quotes and avoid plagiarism and cite properly. Okay. Just put down your best guess, Maya. Or you can just put, I'm not sure. I like these 2. All right. I know that you guys are busy, so if you have more questions, definitely hang out. If you do not have any other questions, you may go. Thank you. What do you fill out first? Well, first, Liam, start with the graphic organizer, or start with the Google